And welcome back to the Bucket Boys podcast. I'm Gunnar Cain. This is Zak Rector.
Hey guys,
We're the Bucket Boys.
we are the Bucket Boys.
It's cute and not cute at the same time to say that. Welcome back. This is episode, 15
15
episodes.
15 episodes. What a run.
Yeah, we're done. This is the last one. We're not doing this anymore. Zach's drinking water. That's weird. I'm still going to miss the trash can.
Oh yeah, for sure.
This is the Bucket Boys, the show where you send in topics, we pull them out of a bucket and talk about them. Have some jokes,
We got
laugh. We got filled up.
a big bucket this time.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm excited.
Maybe not a big bucket episode, but
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
It's a little bucket. It's a little bucket of an episode.
Yeah.
Anyways, if you want to send your topics in, email us at thebucketboyspod@gmail.com. You can also shoot us DMs. I'll read them. Spicy stuff goes right to me. At the Bucket Boys Podcast on Instagram. And you can watch all of our videos. You can watch us right here, right now, at the YouTube at the Bucket Boys Podcast. And catch our little clips on TikTok at Bucket Boys Pod. Zach, how you been, buddy?
I'm okay. I have something. Were you prepared to have your balls blown off? Because mine were blown clean off.
Not generally. I don't really like that, but yeah.
I stopped at 7-Eleven today on my way here to the studio. And I needed some things. Guess what they're selling at 7-Eleven right next to the cash register?
What?
Right next to the Rhino pills.
yeah. Those are your favorite.
It's a single pill, an individual pill titled the morning after pill.
No way.
You can buy a morning after pill at 7-Eleven.
Really?
Apparently. I meant to take a picture of it, but
This is crazy.
isn't that
I wish you did
insane?
take a picture of it. We could put it right here.
I'll look it up. I'll find one online. I
That's
guarantee you.
insane.
Yeah.
Did you read the little packaging?
No, because there was a line behind me and I was kind of rushed. I hate holding people up.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just a single pill, just a little tiny
Really
baby
are
pill.
a people pleaser.
I try my best. My wife would disagree.
She's
but
not
yeah,
people. She's your wife.
That's true. She's not the public. But yeah,
The morning after pill at a 7-Eleven counter.
I was thinking about it on my drive
How
here.
much was it? Did you catch the price?
I didn't even look.
So you have no information on this. Are you making this up?
I just know what it's called.
Are you lying right now?
No,
You're
100%
like-
true.
You drove here and you're like, God, I gotta have a story this week.
I gotta have something. But no, I was thinking about how funny it would be if it was like a liquid IV substitute where it's like for a hangover and not for a pregnancy.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
7-Elevens, man. Shout out to them.
you can get anything.
They're doing the Lord's work.
You can get anything except Zen peppermint 6 milligram pouches.
When this kind of stuff gets outlawed, as it might,
Oh, I'm sure it will. Everything I enjoy just ripped away from me.
dumbass. That's crazy, dude. It's just called morning after.
It's just called the morning after pill.
It's so on the nose.
I know.
That is like right next to the Rhino 3000s. It just says hard dick pills.
Hard dick pill.
Hard dick pills. That's crazy, dude. The morning after pill right there at the 7-Eleven. I'm going to go check it out.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a picture of it.
One of my friends,
They'll be
Nick,
like, can we help you? And I'm like, no, I'm just photo up.
I'm not buying anything, actually.
I'm just going
here
to
to
be
take
taking
photos.
a selfie next to the glass case.
One of my friends, Nick, talking about the Rhino pills. He always talks about, like, if he finds a girl that he really likes,
Yeah.
he's like, I'm going to go buy some Rhino pills. I'm going to get them socks from the hospital, the grippy socks.
Yeah, the grippy socks.
He's like, we're going to town, man.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Grippy
man,
socks ain't a bad idea.
right?
Actually,
For those that need the grip.
grippy socks not a bad idea. What's his name?
Nick,
Shout out, Nick.
shout out.
Thanks, Nick.
Yeah, right?
Dang.
I'm glad somebody can give us something funny to say.
That's crazy. The
'Cause
morning after
two of
pill at a
us got
7-Eleven is nuts.
I know. When I saw it,
Uh-huh.
I looked at the guy behind the counter and I wanted to be like, "You
For
fucking
real?
believe this?" But
Did you do this?
he stocked it.
Are these
yeah,
yours?
He knew that was there.
Did you make these?
But yeah, 7-Eleven. It's really a one-stop shop now.
It really is.
They got everything you need.
No prescription needed.
Nope.
That's wild, dude. I don't know what to say right now. That is
Right?
crazy. Golly.
Like, do you need an ID to buy it? Anything?
I might just go try and buy one.
Let's do it.
Take
Should we
picture?
take a break right now?
Text Sonia and tell her to go pick up a morning after pill at the 7-Eleven.
I will during our break.
Yeah. That's insane.
Yeah.
Wow.
I told you. Where are your balls?
Gone.
They're blowing clean off.
Right off.
Anyway,
Which isn't what they want, because then I won't need the morning after pill.
There you go.
They'll be like, we don't want to blow anybody's balls off here.
That's what's going on in my woods.
Gosh.
How have you been?
I've been good. We just did actually, I've had like a crazy week. But yeah, I want to shout out, I just hosted Taylor Knight and Friends.
Shout out.
A Night to Remember. Taylor Knight, hilarious comic in Charlottesville.
Very, very funny.
Just had his debut headlining show.
Okay.
Murdered it. I was lucky enough. He asked me to host the show, so I did that. Anytime, my boy.
Very cool.
Yeah, killer. We had a lot of great comics on there. Mike Otto, shout out to him. New comic.
Another funny guy.
New comic on the scene. Very funny guy. We had Amanda Fitz, Jamar O'Neill, and Cully Johnson all on the show.
Those three are all very funny as well.
Yeah,
to acknowledge that.
We're not going to say, but no, everybody very funny. Everybody crushed. It was a hot
group.
show. Did it down there at the Southern.
Did you sell it out?
Sold it out.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. Added some space for some tickies. So I think we had some walk-in traffic afterwards, but yeah, it was hot.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was very good. Yeah, proud of him. So
yeah, that's very cool.
That was super fun, dude.
Wish I could have been there.
Yeah, you're a loser.
I had a little bit of a bug, little stomach bug. These things happen.
What was her name, Sonia?
No. No. I have a question.
Yes.
Have you seen?
Are we off to a slow start right now?
I think we are, but we're vibing.
That's okay.
Have you seen the film Gladiator 2, the new Gladiator movie?
No.
Well,
I see Gladiator.
You saw the original with Russell Crowe.
Yes.
So this is another one.
Sure.
He's not in it.
Imagine the first one again.
Here it is again. Russell Crowe is not in this one, but do you know who is in this one?
Who?
Denzel Washington.
Which is so opposite of Russell Crowe.
You couldn't have guessed that if I gave you 10
I wonder
days.
if he has the same beliefs.
Yeah, so Denzel played in this movie, and it was kind of like a big deal because people were like, well, he's going to have to play a different character than his typical Denzel.
Sure.
Smooth, suave. No, he
Yeah.
didn't. He didn't do that at all. He played exactly who you would think he would be.
Training Day Denzel.
Training Day
Have we
Denzel.
talked about this before?
Probably.
Where it's like you just have a Denzel Washington in your head, and mine's
Training Day.
Mine
every
is also
time.
Training Day Denzel Washington.
Well, he was 100% Training Day Denzel in the Gladiator 2.
Yeah.
So much so that I just kept waiting for him to turn and be like, "My Roman." He was just so fucking cool, like he always is. But it was a great movie. I enjoyed it.
Did he try and make Ethan Hawke take the fall for verse?
Yeah, he just running
for the fall of the Roman Empire.
But I would recommend you check it out. It's a good movie. Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude!
That's all I've got. I've been waiting a week to tell that story. And it did not hit like I thought it would.
Sure, the audience loved it. You hear all that laughter?
Oh yeah. Thanks, guys. Appreciate the backup.
Wow, I love that though. Yeah. Oh, you know what I just saw?
What's that?
Wicked.
How was?
2 times.
You saw it
I
twice?
saw it 2 times. Yeah.
Like in the same day?
No, the next day. I saw it one day.
Uh-huh.
Abby was like my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, I'm trying to watch this. And I was like, yeah, let's watch it for sure.
Was it just the two of you?
No, Chelsea was there too.
Oh, okay.
So I do like musicals.
Yeah.
I like the theater.
Yeah.
The theater, you know.
I like
it. Anyways, She's like, I want to watch it. So we rented it, watched it.
Oh, so you didn't go to the movie theater?
No, it's on Prime now.
I think you can go anything on Prime. Gladiator 2 is also on Prime.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
And yeah, so we watched it. And then the next day, solo dolo, baby.
You watched it all by yourself?
Yeah.
Was it that good?
It is very good. Yeah, it's very, very good.
All right.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. And it's only part 1.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee.
I took my wife and we saw it, the Broadway play. I'm confused
On
about
Broadway?
that. Not on Broadway.
Yeah.
But it was the Broadway production of Wicked in Richmond at the Altria Theater, I think it is.
Yep. Familiar with it. Been there.
Yeah, it was a much
Seen
better
some
time.
shows.
Yeah. It was a much better time than the first time I tried to take my wife to see a musical, because apparently any production company can just say it's a Broadway play, which I didn't know. Right? Like, I think as long as it's the screenplay or whatever it is, or whatever the writing, whoever writes it, I guess.
hope somebody corrects us on all this, because we're getting ready to say a lot of facts that may not be facts.
I'm not stating anything as fact.
Let me correct myself. I'm getting ready to say a lot of facts that may not actually be facts.
Yeah, feel free to correct my idiot nature. But so my wife's favorite Disney movie is Beauty and the Beast.
Yes.
And she's always wanted to go see a Broadway musical.
I've seen that on Broadway.
Have you?
Actual Broadway, yeah. When I was like seven or 8.
Okay.
It was new. It was hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when she was a kid, like, she's seen plays on Broadway before. Like, she's gone to New York and actually seen Broadway musicals and
Like
stuff.
a dog.
So I decided, I saw this thing on Facebook or Instagram or something. There's a Broadway musical of Beauty and the Beast in Maryland.
Sure.
I'm not familiar with the area. I didn't know
Magooby's Joke House.
I didn't know what the venue was that we were going to.
Sure.
I did that. Just get dressed.
Yeah.
Something nice. We're going to see a play. Didn't tell her what play it was, but she was so fucking excited.
Is that high school?
It was 100% at a high school.
Oh, it was?
Yeah. It was a high school production of Beauty and the Beast.
That's so funny.
And it was awful.
Swing and a miss, buddy.
Yeah. And it wasn't awful.
It's very funny that y'all dressed up for that.
Yeah. It's hilarious. So the funny thing is...
Where are you from?
I'm from Warrenton, Virginia.
We drove 2 hours for this.
I tried to kill it. I tried to just knock it out of the park. Don't tell her anything.
Right.
Make it a surprise. Do all the planning so she doesn't have to do anything, because she does everything in our relationship. If it wasn't for her, I would never be anywhere ever on time.
Now, did you try learning how to read first, or no?
No. So I have a bad habit of just
looking for prices.
No,
You're like, this is $7. Is pretty good.
Just getting the bare minimum of information and detail that I need.
I got a great deal on these, hon.
So I was able to see Broadway production, Beauty and the Beast, and an address. And that's all I needed.
You're like, well, I've never been to an auditorium before, but that shouldn't be too bad.
Sure, that's what the adult version of an auditorium is. So, yeah. So I took her to a high school play.
Yeah.
And the funny thing
Which is crazy. Yeah.
So I told her, we're going to a play, and it starts at 3:00.
Yeah.
Like, that was all the information that I gave her. And I had to put it into my GPS.
You have a legitimate local theater up the road from you.
Do I? Well, they weren't playing Beauty and the Beast.
I seen
day.
Into the Woods there.
So 3:00 was the time the curtain's up. Whatever they say. I don't know. Break a leg. And so we're driving, and I put it into the GPS, and it said we were going to get there like 2:45.
Yeah.
We're going to be 15 minutes early. And she loses her mind. Not like unreasonably.
Sure.
She very reasonably lost her mind, because she was like, you don't understand how plays work. Like, we have to be sitting down and shutting the fuck up 15 minutes before this thing
10,
starts.
15 minutes before, yeah.
I was like, okay, I'm sorry. So I'm doing everything I can to get there. I'm trying to surprise this woman, and it's not going well already. We're not even there yet.
Like, you're driving in the car, and she's like, we got to be, it starts. And you're like, no, there's trailers beforehand.
So, yeah, she's explaining, like, you don't know how plays work. Like, we need to be there. We need to hurry up.
And she was right?
I was trying to stop and, like, go to the bathroom or something. She's like, we don't have time.
No way. You were trying to stop and go to the bathroom?
Right?
That's crazy.
Me? Of all people. So we finally get there and pull into the thing, and I'm like, this is a high school. And you could see just like all the excitement just drain out of her face.
That is so hilarious.
Where she realized, we both realized at the same time what an idiot I am. But yeah, just watching my beautiful wife just go from excited to depressed within seconds.
She's wearing real diamonds.
Yeah. But I give her all the credit. Yeah. Her best gown. I give her all the credit in the world.
You just said that. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Anyway.
Rude.
I give her a lot of credit because she realized what the attempt was.
Sure.
And she gave me...
It was a nice thought.
She gave me a lot of credit for trying at least.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's all I can do is try.
Yeah.
But yeah. And that's not the first time either, by the way, that I attempted a surprise and failed it miserably.
That's so funny.
What are you going to do?
You drove all the way up to Maryland. That's crazy.
Should we hit the bucket?
Was it good?
I asked her because it was the only
Stop trying to change the subject. Don't you dare say all that. And they goes, yeah, so we should bucket time, right?
Are we,
huh, folks?
Are we getting out of here or what?
This is how the show works.
Yeah. No, so I had never seen a play. So I didn't know
Wait
the
a second,
caliber.
you've never seen a play?
Up until that moment, correct.
Really?
Other than like stuff we had to sit through at school.
In high school?
Yeah.
So you're very familiar with high school plays. Leading
yeah, but I didn't pay attention to them.
Yeah, but this is a professional production. I've never gone to a professional play.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, professional just means you go out of state.
So, no. There is a difference. And I'm not going to sit here and let you make me look like such an idiot. And
I love you.
I'd like to clarify the difference.
I do love you. This is so funny.
The high school play that I saw was put on by the high school for the high school and the high school only.
Yeah, this was for the public.
This was
their like...
Tickets were sold.
Yeah.
There was a box office. Okay? So there was a dick. And nothing that ever took place at my high school was even tied to Broadway.
You know what would have been funny? You know what would have been funny if you're like this. It was like a local play, and you put in the address, and you pulled up to your high school. You're like, this is where I went to high school.
I could 100%. That could happen because
you wouldn't know the address to your high school.
I have no clue what the address to my high school is.
You'd be like, this doesn't even sound familiar.
Yeah.
You're pulling up. Yeah. You're pulling up like from the backside. You're like, I didn't know we had a building this big.
Oh.
No, so I think for Broadway, you can call it a Broadway production, even off Broadway, if it's the same like setup. Like it's supposed to mirror what they do on Broadway.
Okay, so it's
not your own rendition.
Yeah.
It's not like the choreography. It's not your choreography. It's not your set. Like if they're like, we're trying to get as close to the Broadway, you would call it the Broadway production.
Gotcha.
That's why, like at that big theater in Richmond, it would be.
Yeah.
It would be. Was that good?
The Wicked production?
Yeah,
play?
in Richmond.
Yeah, it was very good.
Mm-hmm.
So in that moment,
was it the whole thing? Was it the condensed one?
No. It was the whole thing with an intermission and all that.
It's like the 5-hour one.
Wow. Okay. Let me not speak so factually on stuff I don't know anything about.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't 5 hours, but it was.
So it
long.
was a condensed version.
I guess. Yeah, I didn't know there was a 5-hour version.
So it used to be in two parts when it first came out.
Yeah. So this was done in 2 parts with a brief intermission. And from what Sonia told me, it told the whole story. But
Then that's the condensed version.
Okay.
Yeah. There would be like when it was out decades ago now.
Yeah.
But it would be like 2.5 hours for part 1 with there'd be an intermission.
Yeah, it wasn't that long.
There's typically an intermission in plays.
Any play?
Mhm.
Okay, good to know. I think that high school play actually had an intermission.
Yeah, there's typically.
I should
Because
also
they're
clarify.
tired. You gotta consider they're tired.
Oh, yeah.
They're the ones running around.
They're
There's
high school
actual
kids.
real ass people running around.
Yeah. No, I get
it. And singing and whatnot. So
I would also like to clarify. It wasn't the high school. It wasn't students. It was adults putting the play
it was
on
a
at
play.
that high school.
Yeah, they just did it. So
It was
a
just
play.
at a high school. Yeah.
Well, that's fair.
Yeah.
But was it a big high school? Big auditorium?
Not really.
Oh no,
No, it was pretty packed.
it was off Broadway.
Yeah, off Broadway, for sure. She
Yeah.
could speak more to it than I could, and her memory of it may be better than what I'm remembering. I just remember I felt like I let her down and like I dropped the ball. So it's just a bad memory for me.
But was it good? Was the play good?
It was good in a
So this must have been the local theater.
theater. Yeah.
putting on
A play.
They got their
at a
hands
high
on the
school.
Broadway copy.
Yeah.
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 They bought the Broadway copy. They want to go do it.
Yeah. It was good in a you could tell they really tried their hardest.
Yeah,
kind of
that's good.
sense. You know?
Well, that's good.
Yeah. The production of it was there wasn't a lot of money put into it
Right.
because it's a local theater. So for me, I don't know what I was expecting.
Mhm.
But I know what I saw was a lot less than what I was expecting.
Sure. Okay, I gotcha. You're like, this is going to be grand and
Yeah.
grandiose. And
But what are you
is
going to do?
grand just a shortened version of grandiose?
It's got to be because there was some guy like me years ago that was like, I don't know how to spell this shit.
Oh, maybe a grand, like 1,000. You're like, hey, that costs $1,000. Maybe that just used to be like, well,
That's a
if you-
grandiose amount of
that's
money.
a grandiose amount of money.
Yeah.
Look it up.
I think where it came from actually, and I think I actually know this, is from when T9 texting was a thing. Nobody was putting all that time.
Yeah, they were like, I don't even know how to spell grandiose, and I'm not trying to.
No. Yeah, you know how many buttons that would be? That's grand. Fuck it.
I'm out. Yeah, they'll get what I'm saying. No, that's cool. So yeah, we watched that.
You
Yeah, so I
watched that by yourself
2
the
times.
second day.
I did. Yeah,
I mean, I get where you're
on
coming
my
from.
own, dude.
Because when you rent a movie on Prime,
Well, also you had
You had
48
it for-
hours.
is it 48 hours? I thought it was 3 days total, but
You have 3 days to press play the first time.
okay.
Then you have 48 hours to watch it.
Yeah.
As soon as you have 48 hours with it now
You were like,
for
that
your
was,
pleasure.
that $3.99, I could get one more watch out of
That's
that.
$19.99.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's brand new. It just came out. We rented it the day it came out.
No shit.
Yeah, we're like, oh, dang. And I'll tell you what, Ariana Grande, she's all right in my book.
She a good one?
Yeah.
Good soldier?
Very funny.
Was it funny?
She is, yeah. Well, yeah, so that's like a thing about plays. It's like you go into these things and you're like, oh, this is, going to be like theatrical. Because I know we've kind of shit on theater kids,
Yeah, and that wasn't my intention.
which it was my intention. You're fucking weird.
You're right, we have in the past, so I'll hold true to it. You guys suck.
Yeah, they suck. However, they do put on a hell of a performance. I'll tell you that. When they're really good, when they're professionals,
When you're walking into their world,
and this is their space, you're
Yeah.
like, so a lot of it is very funny stuff.
yeah.
It is just like, oh, these are professional actors. So,
Oh,
No,
but
it
yeah,
was good.
one other thing I wanted to say about Wicked when we saw it at the theater,
yeah.
we walked in and sat down, and we were 30 minutes early this time because my wife was in charge. So we're sitting down, and they had the curtain down, obviously,
Yeah.
and the curtain was just a map of the land of Oz.
No, that's cool.
So we're sitting there, and I'm looking down at the curtain,
You're like,
just
I
trying to
never
be
heard of
quiet.
these
and
fucking
I looked-
places.
I was like, Emerald. Wait, is this like Wizard of Oz?
Uh-huh.
She was like, yeah, it's the story of Wizard of Oz. I was like,
Before
like,
the Wizard of Oz.
yeah. I was like, for real? Like, this is an origin story? She's like, yeah, you idiot. I was like, oh, I'm going to know some stuff then. This is going to be cool.
But
and it did help.
But it does help.
Yeah.
It does help, but it is shocking when you don't know the story. And then, like, I know the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah. Who doesn't?
Who doesn't know the Wizard of Oz?
It came out in, what, the 20s? 30s?
I don't know.
Something like that? That was a long time ago.
Look it up. But.
And you couldn't turn on your television in December without seeing it at some point.
No. It was so good. But yeah, so you do know, like, the idea of it. But then when you're watching Wicked, you're like, oh, that's not what I thought at all.
Yeah, for sure.
You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was me, dude, for 2 days. Even the second time, I was like, I can't believe it's true.
Maybe I'll have to give it a watch because I don't remember the play as well as I thought I did.
Come on over, dude. Let's go watch Wicked tonight.
Let's do
Get
it.
snowed in with me.
Yeah.
Actually, so I was going to save this. I'll talk more about it because we went to New York. We just recently went to New York, but we're talking about this.
Yeah.
We're talking about this now. I took Chelsea to see Chicago on Broadway.
Oh, how was?
Amazing.
Was it?
Yeah, it was so good. And it is one of those things where, like, it's funny because Broadway is like, you're walking down it and, like, when I go out to New York, I don't really go to Broadway. But when you're walking down it, like, there's all these, like, historic theaters, like, you know the names of these places, like the New Amsterdam or the Lyric or, you know, all these things. And you're like, this is a shithole. This whole area is just buildings. Yeah. And then you walk in and you're like, oh my God, this is the most incredible thing I've ever seen. Yeah, you know, it's just like all super old. And yeah, it was so good. I think ours was in the Manhattan or something theater. Okay. But it was so good. It was built in like 1921 or something. It's old, you know, it's a 100-year-old theater. And the outside, you're like, what is this? Just a brick building? And then you go, and you're just like, wow. But yeah, we saw Chicago. Chelsea really wanted to see Chicago. And yeah, we just went tickets. We were like, let's just go.
Nice.
Let's just go to it. We went there, watched it. It was incredible. Now, I've seen Chicago, the movie. Okay. I've seen the movie, which is the play. Okay. But yeah, you're watching it and you're like, Alive is so much better. And I'll tell you why it's better. Okay. So Chicago's about a burlesque group in the 20s in Chicago. There's murder. It's
got a little bit of everything.
More murder. Wow. That was horrible.
What are you going to do? I'm not even counting that.
No, count it. You have to count it.
Fuck me.
Yeah, so it's like there's murder, there's infidelity.
Oh.
Prison.
Where there's murder, there's infidelity.
Often. And
did you say there's prison?
Prison.
Nice.
Bullets.
Shoes.
Probably some Jews. Shoes
is what I said.
Yeah. Not many.
No.
But some. But anyways, so like in the movie, you know, there's like these cut scenes and, you know, there's, you know, it's a movie, right? So it's all in perspective. Visually, the play, there's not enough time for costume changes. Okay. And it starts off in a burlesque club. Mm-hmm. So the whole thing is done in burlesque. Okay. And that's nice. Take your boys to it. Yeah. And you're like, oh, she's dressed nice. And then you're like, you know, I don't know why she's doing the splits when she talks every time, but to each their own, you know? No, but it was super cool. And we had a good time. Nice. And like the main character, like the lady who played the main character, you're like, she put on like, she did like voices and stuff, like it's just kind of like a manic character. Mm-hmm. And she had like different, you know, inflections and stuff. And you were like, oh, this is pretty cool. I was going to say something else about it too, but I just forgot.
What are you going to do?
Fuck. I'm going to put little cricket sounds in there.
I had something that I was going to say during all that, and I can't remember. Oh, you were talking about being outside on Broadway and realizing it's just kind of a shithole. And you walk into
I shouldn't say that. It's just an area.
It's the city.
It's like a neighborhood. Yeah.
Cities in general are shitholes. But I said it. I imagine, and you said you walk into the building, you're just like, oh my God, this is beautiful.
Incredible. Yeah.
So I imagine the walk out.
You're like,
is like, you know how when you go to the movies during the day, please do excuse me, and you walk out after the movie's over, and you're like, the sun shouldn't be up. The sun shouldn't be up right now. I just watched a movie.
You do think that? Yeah. You think every time you leave a movie theater, it should be nighttime.
Same with a bowling alley. Have you ever gone bowling midday?
No.
It's a weird thing.
That's crazy.
It's a weird thing to do.
Yeah, that's addict behavior, dude. You can't. You can't be going bowling in the daytime.
Well, it's cheaper, so.
Is it?
Yeah, I think I remember.
Matinee prices.
Pretty much.
Bowling alley.
I think if I remember correctly, it's much cheaper during the day. That's
crazy, dude.
But yeah, that feeling of... We went to the movies when we saw Gladiator 2.
Yeah.
It was a movie-heavy episode. And we went to a theater in Reston. I can't remember. I think it was called Look Theater or something like that. Have you ever been to a movie theater where they bring you food?
Yeah.
Like they have waitstaff service during the movie?
Yeah, last movie I saw at a theater like that, you'll never guess.
Porky's 3.
Django Unchained.
God, what a great movie.
It was so
such a good movie. Can't see fucking shit out of this thing. But
yeah, the whole time I was with our good friend Steven Starr. We were watching it, and we're both like, I don't think we're supposed to be watching this.
It does feel rough. It feels rough. There's so many great parts of that movie that I just can't say.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that theater, they had the reclining seats.
Yeah.
And they had full service. And they had Michelob Ultra was the only beer that they had, which was fine. You know, that's fine. I don't expect the whole world to revolve around me, but just part of it, at least. Go for it.
I like how you're like, they only had Michelob Ultra, like Coors Light is miles better, dude.
Look, we all have our preferences, okay?
Fuck!
You hit 3 things and none of them were a trash can.
Dude, how did I get blocked by a chair?
A chair
3 feet away from the trash.
I would like to also add the same height as the trash can and 3 feet closer than the trash can.
I didn't stand a chance. All right, I'll
mark that shit.
I'll put it down on the missus.
Anyway,
I was gonna say something about the Chicago. What were we talking about?
I don't remember. I was trailing off big time when you were towards the end of that one.
You're so rude, dude.
I'm sorry. I checked out. I'm having a rough day, okay? I don't know if you can tell. My voice is a little shot.
You know how long your story was earlier, and I listened to the whole thing? And you couldn't listen to a 3-minute story?
I'm sorry.
What was I saying?
It had...
God.
Your story had murder, prison,
burlesque.
But what it didn't have was
shoes.
Intrigue.
I won't punch you on camera, dude. I won't fucking hit you on the camera. What was I going to say? Oh, well. I'll think of it. While you're talking later.
Yeah.
I'll just think about not what you're saying, you asshole. All right, Zach, let's get to the bucket.
Let's do it.
The people have been asking for it.
There's a lot in here.
Woo! First topic.
Well, that's a long one. If you had to wipe your butt with anything other than toilet paper, what would it be?
Oh, those dude, locked and loaded.
Yeah, it's like you sent that in.
I definitely don't send anything in, to be honest.
I'm guilty. I've put a few topics in there myself.
Yeah, I don't do that. I'm lazy.
And then I end up thinking about it like that whole week. Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh, when this topic is pulled, I'm going to say the funniest thing ever.
And then it never comes up?
I forget.
Oh, you forget. Those, you know those plants, they call them lamb's ears?
No.
They're like little, so they're weeds, I think.
Okay.
I think they're weeds, but they're like, they have like this soft white leaf.
Oh, okay.
And it's got like fur on it. That's what I would use.
Interesting. See,
Soft.
anytime I see stuff like
I
that,
actually look at it, and I like to too, because I like to rub them.
you're very tactile.
Yeah, I like to rub them. And
Yeah.
sometimes I've thought, what would this feel like on my middle?
So I have this funny thing about like anything in nature that looks appealing to touch. I'm afraid to touch it because I'm like, well, that's
Trying to trick you.
That's gonna hurt me for sure.
Oh yeah, that's a predator.
Yeah, I just don't trust Mother Nature in general. I like to steer clear of her. But you know what it's from? You know that grass that's thick and real long, and it's like green in the summertime, but I think it like dies and just goes tannish.
Yeah,
but I remember one time when I was a kid.
Feels like razor blades.
It's like razor blades.
Yes.
And
the ones you can. Oh, like the ones you can make the whistles out of.
Yeah. They're good for a whistle.
Yeah. That's a good whistle grass.
But I remember when I was a kid, we had a bunch of that near the house, and I was visually just like, I want to just be wrapped up in all that grass. It looks like it would feel so good.
It does look good.
Right?
Yeah.
And I ran and like jumped into it, and I just like
shredded you up. Dude, it does shred you up.
Yeah. And I think from then on, I was like, well, anything that looks like it would be fun to touch in nature is going to hurt you.
No, these are called lamb's ears. Lamb's ears plants. I don't know what they're really called, but lamb's ears. They're super soft.
Yeah.
And they're lovely.
I wasn't thinking nature. I was thinking the moment I read that question, the first thing I thought about is a goose down comforter. Just imagine how good that would feel.
Goose down comforter?
Yeah.
Dude, it's so thick.
Yeah.
How are you going to get it in there?
Just as best as I can.
Dog scooting on it. What's he doing on the bed? I'm cleaning myself.
I just took a shit, all right?
Hell yeah. I like that.
That was good.
What do we got? Let's see. Yeah. You know, this is one of these topics where it's hard for me to talk about. I'm going to say it.
Okay.
And I'm going to answer it. I'm trying to be a clean guy here.
I see. Well, like we said earlier, all you can do is your best.
Is sucking your own dick gay?
And all your invitations to clean comedy shows have just been revoked.
You gotta suck.
Is sucking your own dick gay? So
I'm gonna have to stop reading the topics.
Yeah. You're just gonna have to be off the show.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to quit the show.
I think
it's a little.
I think it probably feels a lot more like sucking a dick than getting your dick sucked.
I've thought about that. Yeah, it probably feels horrible.
Yeah. And I don't imagine, like, once you've accomplished it, I don't imagine you're like, I can't wait to do that again.
Yeah, you'd be like, ugh.
Yeah.
I bet it feels more like dick in your mouth than it feels like mouth on your dick.
Yeah, for sure. And I have a feeling anybody who has accomplished
we have got to bleep all this out.
I'll get this last thought out and we'll move on because it's an aggressive one. But I imagine anybody who has accomplished this task, immediately afterward, their next thought is, I can't ever let anyone find out about that.
If you've done it, I'd like to know.
Send us a video.
No. Yeah, well, actually, yeah, send it. But I can't imagine that this is enjoyable.
No.
But it is gay.
I think no matter how flexible you are and how well endowed you are, it's effort.
Yeah.
There's a lot of work going into it, for sure.
Yeah, once it goes in your mouth, it's not yours anymore.
No.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It is definitely, and it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to be gay.
No,
I'm just saying
for sure.
It is gay. It is.
Yeah.
It's more gay than it is self-pleasure.
I was going to move on, but I just thought about this. Imagine you do it, and that's the only way that you can accomplish anymore.
Oh, that would be horrible.
And
no pun intended, that would suck.
Yeah. you come home after a long, hard day, and you're like, I just need.
You're just sitting at the office all day. You're like, I can't wait to get home and put my mouth on myself.
Or do you put on some candles?
Yeah,
And a nice bottle of wine. How do you do it? I mean, do you got to date yourself, or are you just a disrespectful, gross?
Well, and you know what? Also, with that, you can't. It's not like you can watch videos. You're tied up.
Yeah. I mean, unless you can do it on a chair, just put your phone down here.
Have to be back there.
Yeah. Anyway, let's.
That's crazy. Well, that's not going to the episode description, but I do like we go from the theater to that.
Yeah.
Like, hey, have you ever been to Broadway? Yeah. Also, have you ever sucked your own dick?
Oh, this one's been read already. We've already read that one.
Ew, dude.
Pull another one.
They didn't like the answer the last time. They're like, we're putting it back in. We're putting it back in.
Do you think the astronauts that are stuck in space are really stuck? I don't think we've ever been to space, to be honest with you.
I just can't even with you, to be honest.
What?
Your lack of belief in science is incredible.
No, I believe we've been to space for sure. I don't think we landed on the moon, but I think we've been to space.
You're so dumb.
It's fine.
Listen.
It's fine.
You see they put grass on Mars?
They put grass on Mars? Like we brought some up on the rover?
I think it's Mars. Yeah.
Just sprinkled it?
No, what they did is they took
dead.
No, this is pretty cool. They put like dead grass in like these little like some mini square blocks that can move, and it's just grass stalks, but they're dead. They're dead grass stalks, and they put them in there, and they like made like a mat out of them, and they put them on there, and they're measuring the like wind and wind speed and wind pattern by the way the grass flows. So like the surface level breezes.
Yeah,
that come through.
That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
I'm curious as to,
are they stuck? For sure they're stuck.
I'm curious as to who the fuck it is exactly that we think we are as a species, that we have any business being on another planet.
We'll just go checking it out.
You know?
We're just giving it a look.
What if what we're doing is actually destroying an entire ecosystem, just like we've done to our own beautiful little planet?
Well, these are dead planets.
You're a dead planet.
Well, dead inside, yes.
Anyway.
Yeah, they're definitely stuck. And I think this comes from these, like...
Can you enlighten me on the story to these stuck astronauts? Because I don't really know exactly what it is we're talking about.
I'm going to give you the best I can. So there's these two astronauts that went up.
Okay.
And they were like... Just
up to space?
To the space station, I think.
The International Space Station. Gotcha.
Okay. I could be wrong. It could be on a... It could be in a...
Are they in a satellite?
It could be in their ship.
Do we put people in satellites? Okay, that's not a thing.
No.
Okay.
It could be on their spacecraft.
Okay.
That went up.
So
and
they
were
went
supposed to... Yeah, they were either supposed to go up. I don't know where they were going. They were either going to the space station or they were going around something. They were like taking a lap around something. But anyways, something happened. They got stuck. They couldn't. Their return ship died.
Ah.
Yeah, that's like the thrusters died or something like that. So they're stuck, right?
Okay.
And by the time they got stuck, they're so far out there that it would take like 9 months or 6 months or something to go get them, which was fine. They had 6 months worth of supplies. And then we went.
How long were they supposed to be there? Did we say this already?
Not long. It was like 30 days or something.
Okay.
They had 6 months of supplies just in case something happened, right?
Gotcha.
Well, I guess when we sent something up, it exploded or it did not work. Something.
Oh, shit.
So then Elon Musk was like, I'll take care of it. But then they got so far out of range that now they'd have to go the opposite direction. So it's going to be like 2 years or something now.
No shit.
And they only had 6 months worth of supplies. And people were like, this is crazy.
Die.
No. So what we were able to do was shoot up a like a care package
Okay.
with a bunch more supplies. So like, and it was around Christmas time. They knew it was going to be past Christmas, so they sent like a Santa hat or whatever, you know.
I think I saw something about that. People
And
were
that's
like, if they went up those
this
so
is
long ago, how'd they get a Santa hat?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And this is, I think, has reinvigorated this conspiracy theory that this is all bullshit.
Yeah. My issue with space exploration is simply this. Is this the first time that somebody's been stuck in space that we know of?
I don't
To
think.
your knowledge?
Maybe. It could be the first time somebody's been stuck.
I just don't understand how we bat almost 1,000 on space exploration.
Uh-huh.
And just all these missions go off without a hitch. Except the Challenger, of course. But,
Yeah.
you know, like, I don't know. It seems like we're too fucking good at it. And
We're pretty good at it.
I'm going to make the same argument that a lot of other people have made that
We're pretty hot at going to space.
Yeah, you probably call an idiot. But if we could touch foot on the moon,
Uh-huh.
it was 69, right?
Uh-huh.
How come we can't do it every 2 months since?
I don't think we need to. There's nothing to look for.
So-
I think that's been the thing. Plus, it's expensive.
Well, yeah, but so is all the other shit that we've launched out into space to see if it worked, that they're just like, oh, well, that didn't work.
Yeah.
So that $1 billion is gone.
You know what's crazy? It's like 60 years after we invented the airplane, we landed on space. Oh, on the moon.
And see, that's why I don't think
Isn't
it
that
happened.
crazy?
I don't think it happened.
That's technology, dude.
Yeah, no, I don't think that took place.
We went from, but in 15 years, we went from having a wireless telephone. No. Was it wire? Yeah, it would be wireless. Like the old suitcase phones.
Mm-hmm. My grandfather had one.
A suitcase. We went for like 15 years.
Phone.
A bag phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went from like a bag phone to an iPhone or something.
Was it 15? I guess
It wasn't very. It wasn't.
No,
15
I guess
years,
you're
but
right. You remember the first time you saw an
technology
iPhone?
goes that quick though.
Yeah. You remember the first time you saw an iPhone?
Yeah, it was the coolest thing on the
Yeah, there
planet.
was this kid in my school, Josh. He got the iPhone, and
The first one, yeah.
I'll never forget.
It was so cool.
We were in journalism class, and the entire class, even the teacher, we just stopped. We did no learning that day at all.
You're like, this iPhone?
We were all just crowded around watching him scroll, and touchscreen was never a thing.
You know, it was, No, it was cool. And now this whole show is shot on a phone.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I thought we weren't telling people that.
Yeah, but I'm just for context. We'll never say it again.
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding.
It's only the real
There's a little
fans.
insider information.
Only the real fans will know.
Yeah.
Yeah, send us some money. I want to have my phone on me while we do this. It's really difficult on Sundays.
Send us some money. Send money.
I'm trying to see what the Broncos are doing, dude. I'm not trying to shoot
I can look
this.
it up.
But, so, yeah, I don't know. Space is cool, though. No, you're going to give away dates if you look it up.
Space is cool. It's just, I don't know. I've gotten to the
I'm not doing this one. No, I'll do it. I like
Could you eat your own butt?
You stick your tongue in your butthole. Why is this happening to me?
You want me to read it?
This is crazy.
You're already here. You might as well.
I'm already here. Marry, fuck, kill.
That's not bad. That's a game people play.
Jello, pudding, and Cool Whip.
Kill Jello.
Why?
I
And
hate
why?
Jell-O.
And why?
Okay, I hate Jello.
Okay,
It's
kill
disgusting.
Jello.
It's weird looking. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Fuck pudding, marry whipped cream. Pudding's good. I like pudding. It's tasty. But other than bread,
Uh-huh.
bread pudding, that's a thing, right?
Gross, but yeah.
But you can't put it with anything.
Pudding?
It's just a thing on its own.
You put it on the Jello.
Put it on Jello? That's the craziest
This
shit I
is
ever
a
heard in my
Jello
life.
cake, it sounds like.
But whipped cream
Yeah.
makes everything better.
Yeah, I guess that's right.
I'll put it to you this way.
This is tough because I think
You're
we
not-
have this same thing.
Yeah. You're not bringing pudding into the bedroom, you know? Or Jello. If
No,
you
no,
are,
I would say you fuck the pudding.
yeah. Fuck the pudding, marry the whipped
I
cream.
bet it's, yeah.
Oh, you're saying actually you want to go have sex with a bowl of pudding.
I think that's the point of the question.
Well,
What are
each
you
their
thinking?
own.
Like telling it to fuck off?
No.
What
Like,
were you thinking? Having sex with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. We fuck pudding, dude. We're the pudding boys.
You heard it here first. It's a name change on the fly.
I would do the same. I would kill Jell-O.
But you like Jell-O.
No, I do actually like Jell-O. Oh, you know what? I'd have to kill Cool Whip. I'd have to kill pudding, which has more dairy in it.
It's a good point.
No, because I think if you try and fuck whipped cream, it gets sticky.
I think they all get sticky.
I think keep going with although Jell-O would hold its shape. I could just come back. I'm not doing this anymore.
The show in general?
Yeah, I quit. Pick a new topic.
It is funny. I'll let the folks in on this, but when you told me that you were going to try to go clean, and I was like, in your act, fine.
You're like, generally, this is going to be difficult. You know what? Yeah, you're right. Keep going.
But then you were like, I think I'm going to try to go clean on the show,
it's not
too.
Gonna work.
And my first thought was, we're done.
The
show's not going to work out because I can't do it.
I can't do it.
And you know what? Our fans can't either, apparently.
Yeah, no, I love our fans. Let's keep.
All right, here's a good one. You want to read this one so you can?
No, you can
bring your grace back a little bit.
Yeah.
Are video games making kids dumb?
You know, I wrote a report on this, and this is like the first research paper I ever wrote was the benefits of video games.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know how I did on it. I don't think I remember, but I wrote it.
The benefits of video games. So you're gonna
academically.
You're gonna go. No, they're not making kids dumb.
Yeah, I'd say no.
I don't think so either. I mean, anything in excess can be too much.
Well, I think it's one of those things where it's it is addictive. They are addictive.
100%.
So is Instagram.
Yeah.
Instagram's making you dumb.
Yeah.
TikTok's making you dumb.
Yeah.
YouTube making you dumb. Subscribe. To all three of those, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, just looking at watching TV can be addictive. Eating food can be addictive. But it's just it's just one of those things. I think there's this whole world around kids and video games. But dude, have you the adults who are so addicted to video games?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But the thing of it is, it's
holy Lord. And it's I think this is just an issue. They're so focused on the kids because the parents of these kids are at a loss. I don't know how to do this.
People just like to be critical of other people's children and parents.
Mm-hmm.
And they're never going to be happy no matter what's going on. But yeah, no, I think you can, I've seen instances of kids with improved motor skills and I think there's a lot to be learned from video games.
Yeah.
But and too much of it can obviously be a bad thing. You see those videos every once in a while of the kids, specifically computer games, where they have these weird stances with they'll sit with the keyboard right here and the screen's like this close to their face.
Yeah. I know.
You know what trips me up? So when we were kids playing video games, you always wanted as big of a TV as you could get to play video games on. Mm-hmm. And now it's
they want as small as possible. They like a phone screen.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I get the reason for the smaller screen is you can get better performance and better resolutions.
And also you can put it closer to your face. So yeah.
But why not so I bought a gaming PC and I hooked it up to my TV in the living room so I could still sit on the couch and play video games.
Sure.
Because that's what I'm used to. And I don't like sitting at a desk. So
I know. Isn't that weird? People just sit at desks to play video games.
And imagine how bad their chairs stink.
I know. They're farting in them chairs, dude.
They'd be farting. There's a lot of hours spent in those chairs.
That is ass sweat. That's why they're mesh bottoms, dude. Because let it
probably
drip, let it air out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sitting at a desk, it's not your job.
No.
That's kind of how they treat it, though. This is my job.
That's true. People get very into it.
And I respect it.
Yeah. Do your thing.
It's fine. I don't think it's making you dumb though.
No, it's just not for me
Don't
anymore.
be so
Like
rude about it, folks.
I liked the games when I was a kid, and I still enjoy playing every once in a while. Now it's just I don't have time.
Yeah,
I do. I have time, but I don't want to.
well, I play the Spider-Man games on the PlayStation,
Yeah,
so I gotta keep New York safe.
true.
Yeah, and that's what I do.
Because if you're not,
Who is
who is?
Luigi Mangione? Dog.
Have you seen the articles about people saying the similarities between him and Lee Harvey?
Yeah. Well, they're also saying he's not, because this whole thing could be old news, so I don't even know why I
True.
just brought it up. But
True.
yeah, they're also saying it's not him. So
Yeah. Well,
I'm not reading this.
just
Whoever-
I won't read it. But
Whoever did this is a fucking troll.
Let me see.
And I'm going to beat the shit out of Phil the next time I see him.
We don't have to go.
Well, I'll say it. I'll say it. Worst team names ever. The Lakers. Dick.
What's written on there?
Denver chicken nuggets can suck. I was like, I looked at it and I was like, I'm not going to fall for this bait. And in my response, fell for the bait. What did you blame a sibling for knowing it was you?
Ooh.
Peeing on the toilet seat.
Peeing on the toilet seat.
Although all my siblings were girls.
That had to be her.
I had 4 sisters, dude, and I was like, you're making a mess in here, dude.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh. Just blame something. No
Stealing money?
Me.
For sure, I blame stealing cash out of purses on her.
Yeah.
The cigarettes in my pocket.
You were a bad kid. The cigarettes in my pocket. The shit in my underwear.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All the drugs.
Yeah.
You never blamed.
I'm the oldest.
Yeah.
So
am I.
Pretty much everything just ends up on you anyway.
That's why you start blaming.
I guess I just never had that.
You never thought about blaming somebody else?
No. No, I just took the blame. Because my siblings were good fucking kids. So nobody would believe that they did that shit.
Ew, dude. Don't say they were good kids.
They were.
Losers.
I was a good kid too, though.
Y'all were losers.
We weren't getting into trouble.
Let's do one more.
I will say, though, my friend Philip, he was my next door neighbor. We were best friends. And he had 2 younger sisters and a younger brother. And we were over at his house, and he had one of those big, you remember the big screen TVs that were like on a
like a cabinet thing. Yeah,
but the screen wasn't glass. It was like
a plastic.
Thing. Yeah. So we were coming in from outside, and he just like was telling me a story, and he just like threw his hand like this and punched through the screen of the TV.
No way.
And we were the only ones home, right? Because we'd gotten off.
I didn't know you could break those.
Yeah, apparently pretty easily too.
Really?
Yeah.
You ever seen like the magnet marks on them?
Yeah,
where somebody didn't know you couldn't put a magnet. That's how everybody on the planet learned you couldn't put a magnet up to a TV. Was on one of those TVs.
Actually, you know what? He didn't break the screen. It didn't break through the screen. It just like damaged the picture.
Yeah.
So we didn't realize in that moment because the TV was off. So we didn't. I was like, "What? How did we get there?" We didn't realize in that moment that it had damaged the TV. So when his parents came home, turned the TV on, he was like, "Oh, that must have been Brandon." His little brother, and Brandon was not a bad kid, but he's a wild fucking dude. So his parents were just like, "Yeah, that checks out."
Yeah. So you're around it, and you were like, "Well, I'm never doing that."
Yeah, yeah.
But meanwhile, your siblings were blaming you for everything.
Probably.
You're like, yeah, they're great kids.
I was also a dumb kid with a short-term memory, so I could have been like, I may have done that. I don't fucking know.
Not impossible. Did you pee on the toilet seat? Yeah, probably every time.
In my sleep, I bet.
Probably every time.
The amount of shit I did in my sleep that I didn't know anything about.
I love it. All right, let's do one more. This is a good one. Skinny jeans and men.
That's a problem.
Yeah, unless you're skateboarding in the early 2000s, you got to stop.
Yeah. Well, reset. Luckily, that's a trend that died for the most part. I don't remember the last time I saw it. You know what it did drive me the most crazy? Was people that would wear skinny jeans and still sag them.
Really?
Yeah. Like you're making a conscious effort now to have your ass out.
Short jeans. Yeah, you're about like, yeah.
Like you pulled them all the way up and then had to push them back down.
Yeah, because you got to pull them all the way up to get them on.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Skinny jeans are tough. Well, I think there are like, there's newer skinny jeans where it's just like the legs are skinny, but not up here. So it's not like everything's like super tight.
Yeah.
But
I did have a pair of jeans once that were
also very uncomfortable in jeans. So
yeah, true. I had a pair of jeans that were like a stretchy denim material.
Those are the best.
Yeah, and they were, I guess, close to skinny because they fit tightly on my legs.
Yeah,
but they were so comfortable.
Well, they have different cuts too. Like it's like athletic cut or something.
Yeah.
What is it called?
I like a boot cut.
Boot cut. You don't wear boots, but that's fine.
I work every day.
You don't work.
True.
You're here.
You're here.
You sit in the studio every day.
Yeah.
until I show up. Just waiting.
But
waiting to record.
I don't think dudes should be wearing skinny jeans.
I don't think anybody should be wearing skinny jeans. You know what I'm really into?
You don't like skinny jeans on a lady?
Sometimes yeah.
All right.
You know what I hate? I hate high-waisted jeans.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'd be fucking with me.
Bring back the low rise of the early 2000s.
Yeah.
I love a low rise.
Jeans are nice. Son!
I like all that space between the belly button.
Dude, I like it. I do like it. Yeah. Yeah, the high-waisted jeans are throwing your eyeballs off, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't know what's happening here. I'm trying to look. Anyways. Hell yeah. Zach, you got anything for him before we head out?
No, man, I'm ready to go smoke cigarettes with our shirts off.
That's what I'm talking about. Where can they find you?
Instagram, Zach Shoots.
Mm-hmm. You ever just going to say the whole thing?
No.
Okay, Zach_Shoots_?
Yeah, I just hate saying it.
Well, you're the one who wrote it.
I also
made it that way.
Don't want them to follow me.
They need to. Anyways, you can find me at Gunnar Cain Comedy. Anywhere you find people at. Yeah. Instagram. Where am I at? Instagram, TikTok.
YouTube.
Did
you ever start a Twitter?
I am on Twitter.
Or X?
I am on X.
Do you think anybody's ever going to actually call it X?
No. That's not, you cannot find me on Twitter by at Gunnar Cain Comedy though. You can't.
Oh, okay.
It's not there. You do have to go looking for it, but I do post a sweet one-off one-liners.
Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be like Nazi stuff or something.
No, and if you want to see how big of a Broncos fan I am, that's where you can go find it. Anyways, if you want to submit topics to the bucket, send them in an email at thebucketboyspod@gmail.com, on our Instagram one more time at the Bucket Boys Podcast, and on YouTube at the Bucket Boys Podcast, and on TikTok before they take it away from us at Bucket Boys Pod. That's it. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.